Students, in this session, we are going to learn what is a noun class, how to identify a noun class in a sentence, and different functions of a noun class. Students, before going to learn what is a noun class, let us recall what is a noun. A noun is a word used as the name of a person, place, or thing. What is a class? A class is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. Example: Rose is a beautiful flower. Students, this is a class because it contains a subject and a verb. In this sentence, Rose is a subject, is a verb. So it is a class. Let us see another example. I like football game. This is also a class because it also contains a subject and a verb. So in this sentence, I is a subject, like is a verb. Students, have you understood what is a class? A class is a group of words that contains a subject and a verb. Students, we have seen what is a clause. Now we will see types of clauses. There are two types of clauses. The first one is independent clause or main clause. The second clause is dependent clause or subordinate clause. So students, how many clauses are there? Two. What are the two? One is independent clause or main clause. Second one, dependent clause or subordinate clause. Friends, now we will see independent clause. An independent clause can be called a main clause. Independent clause expresses a complete thought or a complete meaning. Independent clause is a complete sentence. Let us see an example. See the picture. Who is there in the picture? A student. Raghavendra is a student. Students, it is a clause because subject and verb both are there in that sentence. So what is the subject in the sentence? Raghavendra. What is the verb? Is. So it is a clause. Here this clause is giving complete meaning. So it is an independent clause. So the sentence is also a complete sentence. So it is an independent clause. Let us see one more example. What is there in the picture? A girl is dancing on the stage. So she is dancing on the stage. Students, this is also a clause because subject and verb both are there in this sentence. What is the subject in the sentence? She is the subject. What is the verb? Is dancing is the verb. So the sentence is giving complete meaning. So it is an independent clause. Students, have you understood what is an independent clause? An independent clause is a main clause. It expresses a complete thought or meaning. It is a complete sentence. Students, let us see the next one. Dependent clause or subordinate clause. A dependent clause is not a complete sentence. It does not express a complete thought or a complete meaning. It depends on main clause for its meaning. So the dependent clause depends on main clause for its meaning. It does not express a complete thought or meaning. It is not a complete sentence. To understand this, let us see an example. I don't know. I don't know. Is it a clause? Yes, it is a clause because subject I is there, verb no is there. So it is a clause. It is giving a complete meaning. So it is a main clause or an independent clause. He wants. He wants. It is also a clause. Yes. Subject he is there. Verb wants is there. It is also a clause. Is it giving complete meaning? No. It is not giving complete meaning. It is not a complete sentence also. So it is a dependent clause or a subordinate clause. If if we want to give a complete meaning to this subordinate clause, what we have to do? We have to add this or we have to join this dependent clause with the main clause. Let us see that. I don't know what he wants. I don't know what he wants. Here, I don't know is a main clause because it is giving complete meaning. What he wants is a subordinate clause because it is not giving complete meaning. Now, the subordinate clause is depending on the main clause for its meaning. The subordinate clause is joined with the main clause with a word what. So the word that joins a subordinate clause with the main clause is called subordinating conjunction. Students, we need a subordinating conjunction to join a main clause with a subordinate clause. So to join a subordinate clause with the main clause, we need a subordinating conjunction. Okay, here we have to remember one point. In spoken form, naturally we don't use subordinating conjunctions, but in written form, we must use the subordinating conjunctions to join a subordinating clause with a main clause. Students, have you understood a dependent clause? So a dependent clause is not a complete sentence. It does not express a complete meaning or thought. It depends on main clause for its meaning. So in the above example, he wants is a dependent clause. It is not giving complete meaning. It is not a complete sentence. When we join this subordinate clause with the main clause I don't know, with the using the subordinating conjunction what, the depending clause is giving complete meaning with the help of the main clause. Students, have you understood this? Up to now, we have seen what is a dependent clause. Now we will see types of dependent clause. There are three types of dependent clause. The first one, the noun clause. Second one, the adjective clause. Third one, the adverb clause. So students, how many types of dependent clauses are there? Three. What are that? The noun clause, the adjective clause, the adverb clause. Students, now we will see in detail the noun clause. Students, let us learn about noun clause. Noun clause is a group of words which contains a subject and a predicate of its own. Noun clause is a subordinate clause. It does the work of a noun in a sentence. Let us see an example. I expect that I shall get a prize. In this sentence, that I shall get a prize is a noun clause. It is the object of the verb expect. And this noun clause does the function of a noun in a sentence. Let us see one more example. I earn whatever I can. In this sentence, I earn is a main clause because it is giving complete meaning. Whatever I can is a subordinate clause. Here, this subordinate clause is the object of the verb earn. So, it is a noun clause. Here also, the subordinate clause does the work of a noun in a sentence. So, students, have you understood what is a noun clause? Noun clause is a subordinate clause. It does the work of a noun in a sentence. In the given examples, the noun clause is the object of the verb, and in two examples, the noun clause work as a noun in the sentence. Students, how can we identify a noun clause in a sentence? Is it difficult to identify a noun clause in a sentence? No, not at all. We can easily identify a noun clause in a sentence. We will follow two methods. One is a noun clause usually begins with words like that, what, if, whether, how, where, who, whom, whose, why, however, whatever, wherever, whoever, etc. If the subordinate clause starts with one of these words, we can say that is a noun clause. Let us see an example. I know for a fact that he is innocent. In this sentence, I know is a main clause. because it is giving complete meaning. That he is innocent is a subordinate clause. It is not giving complete meaning. So it is a subordinate clause. It is the object of the verb know. So this subordinate class started with the word that. So it is a noun class. So this is one method. Another method is if we put a question to the main class verb know. What is the question? I know what? I know what? The answer will be the noun class. So what is the answer here? The answer is that he is innocent. That is the noun class. So students, we can use these two methods. These two methods. Okay. Students, let us see one more example how to identify a noun clause in a sentence. The example is I cannot say when he will be back home. In this sentence, I cannot say is a main clause. When he will be back home is a subordinate clause because this clause is depending on the main clause for its meaning. So it is a subordinate clause. The subordinate clause is started with the word when in the sentence. So when a subordinate clause is started with the word when, we can call that subordinate clause a noun clause. So here, when he will be back home is a noun clause. This is one method. Another method is if we put a question what to the main clause verb. The question is I cannot say what. The answer will be the noun clause. So here the answer is when he will be back home is the answer to the question I cannot say what. So when he will be back home is the noun clause in the sentence. Students, so we can use both methods. The first method or the second method to identify the noun clause. Okay. Have you understood how to identify a noun clause in a sentence? It's very easy. Okay, if you remember the words that usually begins with the noun clause. Okay, through that words we can identify a noun clause. Otherwise, if you put a question what to the verb of the main clause, the answer will be the noun clause. Let us see the functions of a noun clause. A noun clause acts as a noun in a sentence. It can function in different ways. So a noun class can function in different ways. Let us see the functions of a noun class. The first function is a noun class acts as a subject of a verb. Example, what you say is not clear to me. So in this sentence, what you say is a noun clause because you say is a subordinate clause. So this subordinate clause is started with the word what. So it is a noun clause. So in this sentence, this noun clause is acting as a subject to the verb is. To the verb is in the sentence. So in this example, the noun class is acting as a subject to the verb is. Okay, this is the first function. Let us see the second function. A noun class acts an object of a verb. Students, we have seen 3 4 examples up to now. In the 3 4 examples, the noun class acted as an object of the verb in that sentences. Let us see one more example here. No one knows who he is. So in this sentence, no one knows is the main class. Who he is the noun class. Because this class started with the word who. So it is a noun class. So in this sentence, the noun class is acting as an object of the verb knows. So this is the second function of a noun class. The first function, noun clause acts as a subject of a verb. The second function, noun clause acts as an object of a verb. Let us see the third function of a noun clause. The third function is it acts an object of a participle. The noun class acts an object of a participle. Example, discovering that it was right, I jumped with joy. So in this sentence, I jumped with joy is a main clause because it is giving complete meaning. That it was right is a subordinate clause because it is not giving complete meaning. It is depending on main clause for its meaning. So this subordinate clause is a noun clause because the subordinate clause is started with the word that. So it is a noun clause. So in this sentence, this noun clause is acting an object of a participle discovering. So in this sentence, discovering is a participle. So to this participle, noun clause is an object. So next, fourth function. A noun clause acts as an object of a preposition. Example, sometimes I think of what he said. So in this sentence, I think is a main clause. Of is a preposition. What he said is a subordinate clause. So this subordinate clause started with the word what. So it is a noun clause. So in this sentence, this noun clause is an object of a preposition of. Okay. So up to now we have seen 4 functions. Students, let us see the last function of a noun class. The last function is noun class acts an object of an infinitive. Students, do you know what is infinitive? Infinitive is 2 plus verb form is called infinitive. To write is an infinitive. To play is an infinitive. To sing is an infinitive. So 2 plus verb is called infinitive. So let us see an example. I want to know how far it is from here. So in this sentence, I want is a main clause. To know is an infinitive. So 2 plus verb form. It's an infinitive. How far it is from here? It is a subordinate clause. It is not giving complete meaning. It is depending on a main clause for its meaning. So it is a subordinate clause. It is a noun clause also because the subordinate clause is started with the word how far. So it is a noun clause. So in this sentence, the noun clause how far it is from here is acting as an object of an infinitive to know. Okay, students, up to now we have seen different functions of a noun clause. Students, you might have understood the total concept of a noun clause. So in this session, we learned a definition of a noun clause and different functions of a noun clause, on how to identify a noun class in a sentence. Now we will do one exercise on this concept. Thank you, students. Thank you very much.